What I'm about to explain now, what I'm about to talk about, I've only got a couple of screenshots because I have a friend who doesn't want his name leaked into the game. So we're just going to call him Mr. Gaz, okay? That's how we're going to refer to him through this. He doesn't want his RSN leaked. I have a friend who lost 2 bill gold, 2 bill in items on his account very recently and was turned into a bot. This is the bot here, where he was discord.gg, room market, this is their advert. You've seen these everywhere, right? You've seen these all over the place. And this this message directly leaks to the scythe.org website. So the people who are running this website here, because that's their Marquee-cast, whatever, that's their shit there. These guys are getting into people's accounts and hacking, or whoever's behind setting this up and working through that website, they're getting into people's accounts and hacking them. Now, the reason I'm bringing this to light is because there's been extensive checks through the account, and from the sources at least, there has been no breach in the Hotmail that was used, or email, Hotmail, Gmail, whatever it is. There was no breach in the Steam account. But his account was hacked, bank pin, authenticator, everything. No keylogger on the computer, nothing. So I look at that, and I don't know a whole lot about this side of security on the internet, okay? But to me, I immediately draw the conclusion that there is a leak at Jagex, or there is a data leak. And that's how it makes me feel, because I don't see how you could know someone's bank pin. Keyloggers hide the shit out of those things. I'm under the impression that it is very hard to get a keylogger onto someone's computer, right? Because don't you have to physically install and even run it before it can work? And his computer has been checked, like, thoroughly. There is no keylogger as far as that we can see. If they click onto the site, it's possible. He, as far as I know, has not clicked the site. There has been no interaction, but there's also been no indication of, like, external access to the account. Phishing sites can give keylogs. That's all it takes. So they can get access to his account to get a keylogger on a specific guy's PC. Phishing? No, it wasn't phishing. The thing is, to get to someone's osrs account, that would have to be targeted because it's so specific. It feels that way, yes. Browser extension, he doesn't have anything like that. I've had all the checks. I think it's more like a Jed situation. Like, there's like, I'm under the impression that Jagex either has a problem with their security that they can't control, or they don't know about, or someone is leaking information. Like, there could be a data leak, right? And we wouldn't know about it because the data leak could not be public, right? Jagex might not even be fully aware, which is possible. He got phished, and then the website could have a logger. That didn't happen. No. Was he using Steam client? No, he was hooked up to Steam, but his Steam was never accessed. Like, this is his Steam log here. And I've cut out the, obviously, area. Obviously, it's still got Australia, but that's all his access there. There's no different access over the days or anything. Nothing has access to his Steam account. I got brute forced like 2 weeks ago and lost a T-Bow, bought a new PC, gave the old one to a buddy and got brute forced as well a few weeks ago. Again, targeted. How do you target something like that? How does that work? Does he have a Jagex account? This is where we're going to get into next, the big meat. Jagex data leak. That's what I was thinking, that there was a data leak at Jagex. What is social engineering? I don't know what that is. So the reason I felt like it was a data leak was because that there was no evidence of authenticator bypass. Like, the authenticator wasn't disabled. And the authenticator's on his... Well, I would assume on the phone, right? That's the only way you can have the mobile app authenticator. So how does a keylogger get through that when it didn't access the email? If it was a data leak, we would see a lot more people getting hacked. Not necessarily. It depends if the data leak, if people are selling the information or not, or they're just leaving it public, right? Because if people had, if there was a data leak at Jagex and people had control of the information, there's a lot of money to be made through this game by selling accounts. You wouldn't just make that public. You'd have control of the market, right? He did have two-step on the email, yes, and it was not accessed. He checked the history, the login attempts, nothing. Remote access? No. It happened while he was asleep. His computer was off. But I've had another friend. It's happened to a while ago. They just had their account accessed. Hacked it? No, the email was not hacked. The email wasn't hacked. The Steam wasn't hacked. Nothing. We've checked it all. How would you get through his 2FA authenticator with a Jagex data leak? That's entirely separate. That's the question, you know? I don't know. Contempt leak authenticator, though? What, for like 30 seconds? No Jagex account. No, he didn't have a Jagex account at the time. Which is what we're leading into. But I want to know what you guys think with this information. Where did you buy the Mustang? They give answer. Dang, was it a long drive? Boom, you got a lot of info right there. That, what, for a RuneScape account? But there's no... If you log in... Say you have a Gmail account. If someone logs into your Gmail account, you can see the history. It'll tell you... It'll give you the IP address. I know you can have VPNs, but it'll give you literally the IP address, destination, time of when your account was accessed. He has no... There's no history on his account. I see what you mean, Frizz, so my bad. How you doing, man? Bypassing authenticator seems super sus. Like, I don't know if that's possible, right? Apparently not, but I have seen in the past people have had authenticators bypassed, and they don't know how. Data leak doesn't have authenticator info, but it means you have someone you can get to, or means you have someone you can get target to get authenticated information. I guess so. Do you use OpenVPN? I don't know about that. I'm not sure if he uses a VPN. When I got hacked, it was a dodgy RuneLite download, and they didn't access anything other than my account straight through 2FA. Another question. If I have access to my bank right now, right? Access to my bank. If I log out right now, log back in, bypassing authenticator is possible. It happened to me on my iris account. It's happened, but like I don't know how it happens. I know that it is possible. I don't know how. Okay, I'll log back in. I can access my bank again, right? Without the bank pin. But if I close the client, give me a second. All right, and reboot the client. Okay. I will need to use my bank pin, right? A fresh client means a fresh login, and I'll need to redo my bank pin. I'm pretty sure. Which means that because a lot of people were saying, well, if you just logged out and someone logs in quickly, they can access your bank again. I don't believe that's the case if it's a brand new client. If they use a rat, you have full control of the computer, and it's way easier to get someone's computer remotely. His computer was turned off. This is a guy that turns his computer off by just pressing the power button and going to bed. Okay, this guy doesn't leave it open. I'm pretty sure my bank pin... Okay, no, I lied. Maybe you don't need it. Interesting. I was under the impression that if you have a new client, you need a new bank pin. That's interesting. It's IP based? Okay, so if I do it on mobile, it'll need the bank pin again? Log into mobile, I'll need it again? Okay, alright, okay, fair enough. When I hop, I need to re-enter my bank pin? Yeah, that shit's annoying as hell. One of it's similar to the LTT hack where it was a session hijacking. If your login sessions are hacked and you're actively logged in, you can access everything without having it re-verify. I'm not sure. That's why I asked about Windows Remote Access. No, he didn't have that. Like, you have to enable that too. You reckon he got ratted? Might have been session hijack. I forgot that the new client is basically SSO. Okay. I don't know if he has mobile. I'm not sure. IP spoofing plus main, the middle attack to pretend you are his computer on his PC's possible bypass. Is that possible with his computer turned off though? When you go to the Discord, before they changed the Discord link, it led to that website, GZC. Seems to be inconsistency on the bank ping thing. Yeah, okay. Check his phone. He's an Apple or Samsung. I don't know. It's not possible the computer turned off. His computer was turned off. He turns it off at night. Who the fuck turns their computer off every day? Him. Just copies the packet information from his network. Doesn't use his PC. Okay. How about those phone clones when you're with certain distance of a cloner? I doubt someone that was physically that literally knows him hacked him. Does he have a close family member that also plays? No. He did not have a Jagex account, no. Which is why we're talking about this. Because I'm under the impression that it is something on the Jagex end that has allowed this to happen. And that does allow us, because I have seen this instance that's happened to him. I've seen people talking about it on Reddit numerous times. I've seen people talk about it on Twitter numerous times. So I know he's not the only one that's had it happen to them, and it's happened over many years. I don't think there's an IRL person involved. I know this guy pretty well. Heard that you could get through 2FA using Steam client. No, his Steam was not accessed at all. No one has access to his Steam. He's checked it. The account was recovered? No, because the password wasn't changed. Off or hibernate? Off. Then Jagex made this Jagex account because they're aware of the issue. No, the Jagex account wasn't made because of the issue. I don't know if Jagex is aware of the issue. Should they announce the issue? I don't know. This is speculation, of course. All right? I'm not saying that they definitely have an issue. That's what it looks like to me. Because there was no authenticator trigger, there was no authenticator disabling, and there was instant access to the bank. If they knew his password, they knew his PIN. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case, unless they got the information from somewhere. Would you still recommend getting a Jagex account? Absolutely, yes. Yes, absolutely. That's where we're leading into this. You need a Jagex account. I don't mean use the launcher. I mean sign up, make a Jagex account so that it looks like this. All right? Jagex account. Absolutely make one. Okay? Don't. The reason I'm saying, a lot of people are saying that, oh, I don't trust a Jagex account. No. You're a dickhead. Anyone that doesn't trust a Jagex account is seeing either comments or seeing opinions and just running with it, all right? They're reading a headline and running with it. They're not understanding what's going on. There are no issues with the Jagex accounts, as far as I know, provided that you've set it up yourself and you've authenticated your shit. You don't need a Jagex account for one-click login. The problem people are having with Jagex accounts is when they don't have a Jagex account and then they get scammed into losing their account because they don't have one. So you want to have a Jagex account, and I want people to just understand that is... I still see people not using it. Is it the best security? Absolutely. People still don't have access or aren't using Jagex accounts today over skepticism. And I'm trying to at least push that message that that's what you need to be doing. With a rat, you can turn on remotely. Your PC. Do you have to link accounts on the Jagex account? Yes, you do. Never call a woman a cunt unless she's being one. What do you... That's got nothing to do with this, mate. You get free bank space, true. Unless they're taking some kind of security token from osrs, there's basically no way to bypass auth. Okay. The data leak would have been related to Runescape. It would have been, yep. Jagex allowing non-Jagex accounts to get hacked easier? No, probably not allowing. I just don't think they have control over it. I reckon people are able to hack accounts in Jagex and they probably just can't fucking do anything about it. And that's why they're pushing Jagex accounts. And that's what I think you need to be doing anyway. As soon as I found out about the Jagex accounts, I made one. Absolutely, you should, yes. Already did it. I was craving first when I did because it doesn't allow you to log in with your same password. No, but there's also no case sensitivity. You got to remember. Don't see anything in bars? I'm not sure. No. When did victim last change his password? I don't know about that. But Jagex password, he didn't have a Jagex account. Okay, he hadn't set one up. He thought he had, but he was just using the launcher because you can use the launcher without an account. Get an account. Another problem that it removes is they have this, I can't show you because I've got a Jagex account, so I can't, it's not available here anymore, which is good. But there's a system that Jagex has on normal RuneScape accounts. If you don't have a Jagex account, log into the website and go to, there's this little section that's called active sessions, okay? They have an active sessions section where if you end all current active sessions, it doesn't force log the account. I think it should. You should be force logging accounts. I know they don't want it to because then hackers can force log you and get in. But when your account's being hacked and it's botting, you also want to force log the account. It doesn't force log the account. The only way to force log an account is not even by changing your password. You have to recover your account and then change your password through the recovery settings to force log an account. That's the only way to force log. So you changing your password won't force log, and ending active sessions won't force log you either, which is ridiculous. It's another reason why you should be on the Jagex account at the same time, because you can't, if someone's in your account, you can't get through it. That's it. Missed my point. I'm not saying he changed BIOS settings. Oh, you're talking to someone else. It's all good. When are we going to admit Jamflex wants people's accounts to be hacked? We're not going to admit that. That's dumb. Did he pick the option to remember the authenticator so he doesn't have to put it in every time? If so, they could have potentially gotten the session token. What is a session token? Upgrade your account. Yes, Nez, you should upgrade your account. Speaking of accounts getting hacked, had some dude at TOA try to run Doers with me and then tried to get me to download the external plugin, fake Todd plugin. Don't download anything external. No plugins. No, they don't exist. People at raids will try to get you to download Insanity helpers, Tob helpers, Cox. No. There are no plugins externally to download it. You only download plugins through the plugin hub here. Okay? Alright? And if someone tells you to download it and it helps you in a raid, tell them to suck a dick. Okay? You don't need plugins. You don't need that shit. Learn the raid normally, like a normal person. Alright? You don't need these fucking training wheels. You're not a baby. Should make it possible to go to your Jagex account settings through the Jagex launcher as well instead of getting redirected to the RS page. You have to type your username and password. I agree. Encrypted code that Jagex servers will verify to know your location is authenticated. Okay, I see. It requires certain bias settings to be enabled beforehand. Why would Jagex want to get people hacked to turn into bots? They would rather the botters make their own accounts and pay for membership. No, botters hack accounts. Because if you make an account and start botting, it will just get instant banned. Session tokens are basically cookies that remember your login session so you don't have to keep putting in your password when going through a site. You need to enter a password every time you go to log into your Jagex account over on the website or the launcher. I believe you have to password and authenticate. I don't think there is a remember me option. I'm pretty sure they've intentionally not allowed that. Well, Discord, like a link he would have clicked. As far as I know, he hasn't done and clicked anything dodgy. From what he's told us, from what we've checked on his computer. My account got hacked and botted 800 KC. Yep, we've seen that happen. Took me 3 months to get the account back. No idea how it happened. Maybe email, but I had 2FA. 2FA seems to be useless. Yeah, it's 2FA's useless before Jagex account. They make a new account, start playing for mem for the first time in 4 years. They don't do that. Hackers don't do that. Botters don't do that. You say you don't need plugins for raids, yet you have Akka colored so you know what to hit with. I don't have Akka colored to know what to hit him with. Go back in the stream and watch it. Don't ever fucking categorize me with people that color their Akkas again. Any betters? Yeah, let's send it. We got a horse race going. Is login with Google safe? I believe so, yes. Maybe there's a vulnerability in 2FA that allows them to bypass it. It might be the Google Authenticator that's a problem. I don't know. It was red for melee. I don't have that. No. So much butthurt in Adicon's latest video. I don't know what his latest video is about. Can you start streaming over? No. So I just wanted to at least address it and talk about it, guys, because I think you guys need to get a Jagex account if you don't have one yet. And I don't know what happened. I think Jagex has got a leak somewhere. And I think they either don't know about it, don't know what to do about it, or can't control it. That's what it looks like to me. But you guys, if I can get more information on the situation, I can. But I think there's a problem, and you need to. Google does have really good security. Yes, you need to do a Jagex account. Absolutely. If you don't have a Jagex account and you end up getting hacked, that is your fault. You deserve it at this point. Going forward, 100%. Mod Trident has started his revenge. Well, Mod Jed used to do this, right? Mod Jed used to get information on accounts and leak it, and they were two-factor authenticated as well. He would take the account information and have them hacked. He would sell them to Rot or give it to people in Rot so people were able to steal their usernames. So it has happened before. We're not saying it's a JMod doing it, but it's happened before, so it's not like it's something to rule out. How do you use Jagex launcher with RuneLite? RuneLite is on the launcher. Hard to say if he did or didn't get fished. Could have been fishing months ago and doesn't remember. Could be a leak though. Hard to really tell. Definitely get a Jagex account to be safe. I agree, yes. No one with a Jagex account, as far as I know, is getting hacked currently. It's only people without Jagex accounts. Condor applying for his mod status. I do not want. No, I don't. I'm not going to be a JMod. Fuck that. I wouldn't even fucking consider it. They wouldn't take me anyway. I switched to Jagex account on my game and got banned 2 days later. Now I stick to RuneLite. Sit. Yo, Jagex account now. There you go. Yeah. A simple Google search will tell you otherwise. I'm not sure where you're getting your info, man. It's simple knowledge. I don't know who you're talking to. Not me, I'm assuming. Nervous to make a Jagex account? Why? Someone will find a way around it, and it's hack once. It's hack one account and hack all. Feel safe having 4 different logins. You're safe. You feel like it's safe to have 4 different accounts with one way of authentication and no case-sensitive passwords, as opposed to a Jagex account that alerts you every time someone logs into it, has case sensitivity, multiple different ways to authenticate, and has doesn't have brute force. It's got brute force protection. You reckon that's worse than having 4 separate accounts that are more vulnerable? If you secure your Jagex account properly, you shouldn't have a problem. If you don't make a Jagex account and you get hacked, the hacker can make a Jagex account and you will never get your account back. That's also true. If your account gets put on a launcher, that's game over. So if your account's on a launcher, at least they can't fully steal the account too. Jagex account is infinitely safer, yes. Name of the guy that tried to prey on raiders at TOA is called Jelly is Back. That dude will try and hack you or infect your PC with external plugins. Yeah, fuck that guy. That's so bad, man. You have to have multiple Jagex accounts just like multiple regular accounts. You don't have to import every single account to one. But you can. And you should. Is Jagex account the GOAT way to log in? Yes, absolutely. How many people here don't have a Jagex account right now? Like, put a 1 in the chat if you are not using a Jagex account. Because I bet there's a fucking handful of you, just judging by this chat. A lot of you have no fucking clue. No, don't put a 2, put a 1. You guys are not using Jagex accounts. Look how many people are not, you guys, like, really? You should be using it. Absolutely, you should. And, like, do it through the website. Go to the official Jagex website, download the official Jagex client, sign up through there. I don't know why you guys are putting 2. 2 means nothing to me. Literally banned for using Jagex Launcher? How do you know that? How do you know you were banned for using Jagex Launcher? I share accounts, then make a separate Jagex account that you share with that person instead. I got hacked from my Apple ID/Face ID connected to osrs. How'd you have your Face ID connected? 1 if you want live betting. Yeah, we can go to live betting. I just want to spread the awareness and just, yeah, see what you guys think. And, like, comment down below when I re-upload this too if you have any more theories, because I don't know how the hack happened, but it's a problem that people need to be aware of, and you need to make it, for sure. Who uses Face ID? It's better than Thumbprint ID. Isn't the account shown literally against TOS? No, it's not. Read the TOS properly. It's not against it. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge.